All right, guys, welcome to the Ranger Nation discussion. This week, we're going to be talking about Dino Fury Season 2, what we want to see for the ending. I am joined by Aplusopinions. Adam, thank you very much. You're on this side. Dan from Fan Club. How you doing, Dan?
What's going on, everybody? I'm just happy to be here. It's going to be a great night.
Yeah, and the elusive Jinsakuu. How you doing, Jin?
What up? What up? How you doing?
I'm doing well. This is going to be fun, guys. First of all, let me get your opinion. Where are you guys feeling on Dino Fury Season 1 and 2? What are you guys thinking about it so far? That's for any of you.
Honestly, I'm digging Season 2 like a lot more than Season 1, I think. I don't know if it's because I binged it all in one night and I'm able to like process all of it, but I'm definitely thinking Season 2 is a much better story-wise. Like, I feel like a lot of the filler is put to the side and a lot of Season 2 focus on the main story. And I really like that. You see a lot of things get wrapped up, a lot of old feuds or a lot of like old issues that certain characters had with each other in Season 1 kind of gets wrapped up pretty early. And normally you see that happen towards the end. So I'm kind of happy.
By the way, this is also the first time the four of us have probably ever met. At least this is my first time meeting all of you guys.
Yeah.
So this
definitely.
is a big first for us. So this is just going to be a free-flowing conversation. I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to know, a lot of people have wanted to see us all in the same room, I'm sure. So look, let me ask you, Adam, what's your opinion so far on Dino Fury?
I'm absolutely loving it so far, man. The idea of Simon Bennett a couple weeks ago or months ago talking about the idea that Dino Fury was built just to be a 22 episode arc. You can kind of tell that when it comes to Season 2. It does feel like they kind of put a lot of that filler in Season 1, but Season 2 has really sort of picked up the momentum. But I really love the way that Season 1 has handled the characters, really established them, allowed us to emotionally get connected to them, and really just kind of seeing them take that next step. The new power-ups really pushing the Void Knight and Void Queen storyline. I think Simon Bennett and the team just continues to build off of what they did with Beast Morphers and just continues to improve, honestly. And Season 2, I really expect the second half to really even take off even further, honestly. But I'm loving what they've created so far, man. I really am.
Dan, you've had some great fan theories about Dino Fury, and you've hit us with some good ones about Dino Fury Season 2, Part 2. What are some of the more fun fan theories that you were able to gather? Or have you had fan theories so far that have been correct in Season 2 from Season 1?
Kind of. We've had a lot of theories on who Void Knight is and who is he connected to. There's 1,001 theories on how he could be connected to Amelia, how possibly Santara and Tarek could be Amelia's parents. The one thing that I'm so confused about is Rafcon. How do you lose a planet, man? Like, how do you get there? And it's not here anymore. So they got some explaining to do. I've had 1,001 Rafcon theories, and they're all wrong because I just didn't expect it to just not be there anymore.
Jin, with all the characters in Dino Fury, obviously coming to an end, are you excited to see one story wrap up more than any of the other ones?
I really want to see like more Rafcon. I feel like my boy Zato has been trying to get Rafcon for so long, and every time he gets closer, something else happens. I'm like, let my boy go home, man. Let my boy see his planet. Send him a message or something. I feel like Rafcon is like my main thing that I really need to see, and I need my theory to be right. I need Rafcon to be Wakanda. All right, I need Rafcon to be the Wakanda of Power Rangers. I need that theory to come true. So, hook your boy up, Simon.
Yo, that would be fantastic, right? You imagine if
right?
Rafcon is the Wakanda of Power Rangers?
Listen, a bunch of brothers and sisters up there. We got Zato, Ion, you know what I'm saying? We almost there.
And if I can just jump on what Jin was talking about when it comes to Rafcon, I got to admit, man, I'm right there with you. There's something about, I keep going back to Season 1 and seeing Zato. I think that was with his mom, if I'm not mistaken, in that scene, and just seeing all the emotional attachments he has. Like, I really want to know if the people that he loved are somehow still alive, if his planet is still there. My theory is that it's there. It's just invisible, like a cloaking device, but that's just my theory in regards to it. But I need more Rafcon too, definitely.
So there's 11 episodes left, roughly. Do you think that we're going to be able to wrap up everything and satisfy everybody's needs with these next 11 episodes? That's for any of you.
I mean, I think they already pretty much started. Like the whole thing with Javi and his dad, they pretty much wrapped that up. they pretty much wrapped up Ali and Amelia's feud, where like now they support each other and are not like going at it as much. So I can slowly see them already wrapping things up. If anything, there's only a few more things to be wrapped up. Obviously, we got the big mystery with Lord Zed or whatnot, but I think 11 episodes, you can do it. I mean, if they haven't started anything yet, then I'd have been like, you know what, maybe not. But since they already started, I can see it finishing.
So look, we have to assume that Simon Bennett directed the last 2 episodes, so we do know that. We know that we're for sure going to get a return of Lord Zed at some point, and we for sure, it seems like we're going to get a return of Mick. So where do you think this all kind of plays out, Dan? You're the fan theory guy. Where do you think this all plays out?
Well, another name that I've been hearing that we could be getting General Shaw, the old commander from Beast Morphers 2. Is that a correct thing I'm hearing? Okay, so fan theory is that Lord Zed needs some power. He gonna break into Grid Battle Force and realize that they have his staff. They have all these weapons. They have the Reanimizer and some villain weapons. Maybe he brings back some old villains. Now, when they were filming this, it was COVID season, so they weren't going to give us a full-on team up with the Beast Morphers, but there is a possibility that maybe we could see some Beast Bots, maybe see Steel in action, maybe see the Commander come back. I don't know if you're going to see a full-on team up. Like, we're not going to see Devin Daniels and Ravi and everyone like that. However, there is a chance that they have the Megazords. They have the weapons. We could get some kind of team up in some way at the end where they're going to need some extra power. And who knows, maybe they grab a bunch of old Ranger weapons to help destroy Zed.
That's a good one. I like that theory a lot. Let me ask you, this is my first time meeting, and I feel like it's a pretty basic question as you would meet other Power Ranger fans. A, what's your favorite season? And B, what's the season that actually drew you guys into the show?
Ooh, okay. So I'm kind of like tied. I battle with myself all the time. It's like In Space and Time Force. They both have like things that just really are just awesome. And I think certain shows and even Power Rangers still generates creativity from to this day. I'll be watching the show, I'll be like, that's totally Power Rangers in space.
Word,
so that's
Time
Force for you. And I was born in 91. I was about 2 or 3 when good old Mighty Morphin came out. And I remember the buzz. I remember people fighting in Kmart over these dang toys. I remember being all upset because they were out of the red and the blue Ranger. I had to get a yellow and a black Ranger, you know, but really the Black Ranger was one of my favorites towards the end. So like everything was meant to happen, but yes, I was one of those OGs that really grew up with the brand. I want to say I stopped watching around SPD Mystic Force. That era was kind of in high school, was too cool for it. And then what got me really back into it, honestly, was when Hasbro bought it again. I tried to I tried to get into Ninja Steel. I couldn't do it, man. I tried so hard and it really just brought me down. I was like, dude, am I just too old or does this show kind of stink? And then Hasbro bought it, and from there, it's just been upgrading. Every year, it gets a little bit better for me.
I think I might be the oldest person on this panel. So I'm 39.
I think I'm the oldest person on this panel.
Really, Joe? I'm 39, Joe.
I'm 39 also.
Ooh,
40 at heart, if that counts.
December 30th, Joe.
June 5th, next Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, you got me. But I will say this, for me, my entry point was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It got me at such a perfect age where I think I was really getting into martial arts at the time and loving martial arts movies. And so it was just unique. It was just unlike anything I had ever seen. The idea of these kids turning into superheroes with great costumes, amazing martial arts, and then robots on top of it. I mean, it was everything that you needed as a kid. And going back to what Dan said, that first Christmas that they had Power Rangers, the stores were crazy. I remember having a Red Ranger on my list. Like, I needed to get the Red Ranger, and I feel so bad for my parents having to go through all the stores to try and find it. For Christmas, I ended up with Billy, and I absolutely hated it. I was just like, blue? Why are you giving me blue? But I definitely fell in love with it come MMPR. But my favorite season is definitely In Space. I absolutely love the way that it wrapped up some amazing, just emotional storylines with brothers and sisters and the Zordon sacrifice. I mean, it was everything that I needed, especially growing up after watching these characters for 3, 4, 5 years. To kind of see a finality to it was perfect for me.
Yeah, I came in right around that Mighty Morphin was my era too. We grew up in that perfect sweet spot for Power Rangers to become a phenomenon. Jin, where you at, buddy? There you are. First of all, I gotta say, Jin, you've been doing a fantastic job with all the scoops and stuff you've been doing. Congratulations on all of that. You've been killing it, my friend. Killing it. But what got you into the show? What was your entry point season, and what's your favorite season?
Yeah, so obviously I'm a little younger than you guys, but actually Day of Dumpster was my first part of Power Rangers, only because
really?
Yeah, it was weird. It was like a VHS tape with the purple sticker on it. I don't know if y'all remember that, but my cousin had the tape in his closet, and I watched it, and I was like, "Yo, what the hell is this?" Because like me, I was watching like Barney, Care Bears, and shit. So like going from that and then seeing Power Rangers, I'm like, "Yo, this is badass, right?" And then, I mean, I just watched that tape to death time after time. And then I was like, "Can I watch this on TV?" And my mom was like, "Yeah, I got you, blah, blah, blah." And then Time Force was on TV. And then that's actually the first season I started catching live weekly. And I think, honestly, after that, I've never missed a Saturday since maybe
right?
Ninja Steel, obviously. We've all skipped Ninja Steel, let's be honest. So, like, that's pretty much
we should have warned Dan. Like, we should have warned Dan beforehand.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think
good fans.
Time Force probably have to be my favorite season, though. Not only for nostalgia, which was probably my first live season, but like just watching it, you feel good, man. Like you think about all the times as a kid that you watch Power Rangers. You think of like it makes you feel good. You always got that one season. It's like, you know what, everything's okay when you're watching it, no matter what. So I think Time Force is that comfort season for me, and that's probably my favorite. I think having the season where Jen was pretty much the leader of the team is dope. Have like a pink leader. And then, you know, Wes is a great Red Ranger too. Then you got Eric, the Quantum Ranger, just everything about it, right? This is a golden season. So for me, it'll have to be Time Force. But yeah, first entry had to be, thankfully, you know, Dead Dumpster, which started off for me. And yeah, from there on, I've been a fan, man.
Well, look, we're coming right around. I guess I don't know. It's going to be any day now, any month now, where we're going to get the end of Power Rangers Dino Fury season 2, which will be streaming exclusively on Netflix. Now that we're finally going to wrap this show down, what are some of the things that you want to see? What are the things that we absolutely have to see? And is there anything, if they don't do it, that would let you down if they didn't do it? Because from everything that I've heard about this finale, it's going to be quite amazing. So I'm curious, what do you guys want from the finale?
Honestly, I want to see more civilian fights. I think
Me
that's
too.
If I had to make one small like nitpick on Dino Fury, it would be the civilian fights. I think Beast Morphers did a really good job throwing that in there, and I think Dino Fury had a really dope one in the last season finale they did. And I think if they can just do that more often, I think that's all I need from me, at least. I think they're doing a pretty good job so far. So if they finish what they're doing, you know, I don't even need Lord Zed, honestly. If you want to save him for the 30th or whatever, you do that. You know what I'm saying? That would probably make more sense anyways. But
sure.
Personally, I just want to see more civilian fights. I want to see, I just want to see them like actually fight. I mean, who doesn't want civilian fights?
Wait, Jin, do you want to see this season connect to whatever is coming in the 30th anniversary, or do you want to see something completely new going forward?
In a way, I kind of feel like it has to connect, only because like Simon Bennett and Hasbro been doing a good job so far with Beast Morphers, having all the tie-ins, and you got the Morphin Masters tying everything together, you know. So I'm thinking season 30 will make sense for them to, I don't know, maybe bring the Morphin Masters over season 30, you know what I'm saying, tie that in, and, you know, Lord Zed or whatnot. But I mean, yeah, kind of have to tie in. It'll be kind of odd if it didn't.
Dan, what are you looking forward to with this show wrapping up? I mean, it's one of the stronger seasons as well.
Yes, I definitely put it probably one of the best shows in the last 10 years at least.
Oh,
From
easily.
start
I would
to
say
finish.
Easily.
Huge fan of character development and the way that they've developed these characters, and they've given them all kind of something to work on. Even Ion, who hasn't fully, like, he hasn't gotten 100% the full story and development yet, but even he's a guy that I say is probably the strongest Ranger, but he's the guy chilling, eating chips while everybody is training and working out and stuff. So they all have something that they need to work on and get better. And the character development is just amazing. Ali, my favorite character. Everyone hated him first season. I'm like, you know what? He's kind of an a-hole. He reminds me of some of my friends. Like, that's like that fun-loving jerk that pushes you and kind of thinks they're better, but really when it comes down to it, they're not a bad person. They're just kind of like that. You know, we all have those people in our corner. Now, Ali's softening up. I really just want to see them tie all these ends together. Now, see, with Lord Zed, I feel like you almost have to bring him back just because the Green Morphin Master literally freed Ion to handle Lord Zed. They literally said that, hey, we need your help to stop Lord Zed, and he hasn't even met Lord Zed yet. So it would be weird if they just didn't bring him back, and that would mean that you would have to have Zed and the Gold Ranger in the 30th anniversary then, right? So as long as they tie everything up that kind of makes sense, I'm cool with it. And then my last thing is I really do want to see Ali and Amelia be a couple. I think that they've been teasing it throughout the whole season at 1 and 2, and now like Ali, you can tell like he's falling, like he's about to risk it all for Amelia one time, and it could get him into trouble. I'm excited to see what these last 11 episodes do, and even if it doesn't happen, it's still kind of something that we're going to talk about for years to come.
You know, speaking of Ninja Steel, I think that was one of the missed opportunities, not having the Sarah and Preston relationship kind of play out. Adam, I got to ask you now, because there's so much emphasis on Tarek and the Void Queen. Do you think that the fan theory is correct? Is that Amelia's parents?
Man, I've been going back and forth in regards to this. There's a part of me that wants to say yes, but I've really been pushing the idea of no, just because I feel like they've really kind of skirted around it this season. The one thing that does kind of jump out at me, though, in regards to that is what is Void Queen's motivation to want to get revenge against the humans. And I'm trying to figure out where that motivation comes from. And one of the theories that we've been posting on A Plus More Phenomenal was the idea that maybe Amelia was taken from them. Like maybe she was their kid at some particular point in time. Maybe they were taken or separated and she found out what happened. And that's where her pushback is coming from. But it does make me scratch my head in the sense of, why doesn't Void Knight have that same oomph to try and get his daughter back too, you know? So that's one of the theories that I've been seeing floating around. So I'm kind of on the fence right now. I will say one of the things that I do hope that they reveal this season, or at least answer, I do think there's a bigger picture there for Area 62, with all the little hints that we've seen of the downed Jeep in this season. Also, the reference of Pop having worked there as well. There does feel like there's more behind Area 62 than they're revealing, but I would definitely love to see that. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Amelia, man, and Santora along with Tarek as of right now.
Let's throw some speculation out there, Jin. Let's talk about this for a second. What are the chances that there's a Dino Fury season 3?
Ooh.
I'm going to
I feel
say
that there's
it's
supposed
more
to be a live stream, just you and I, just seeing how much super chat we can get based on Power Rangers. I think would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, listen, I've been getting in trouble a lot lately, actually, especially the way I say certain things and word certain things. So I've been yelled at and told I need some social media training. So I'm working on that at the moment. But I will say
you're doing a great job, man.
Thank you. It's more likely for the Dino Fury cast to be a part of whatever celebration that they have for season 30, rather than have a solid season 3 for Dino Fury. I think obviously the Rangers got contracts where they're still, for like, I don't know, the 2 to 3 year contract they got going on. So that's still a thing, but I don't know. I think they have their plate full at the moment with what they have planned out. But if everything, falls apart and shit don't work out, then maybe, you know what I'm saying? We still got those as a backup plan, but I think as of right now, I think they're better off as cameos.
it would even be, I mean, it would be kind of weird too. I mean, I would love to see it, but some of these characters are kind of wrapping up. It does feel like we're getting some conclusions. So it wouldn't seem like it would lend itself to a season 3, but who knows? Maybe they could pass the power on. A big Dino team up could happen. Who knows? Dan, let's talk about this for a second. So we absolutely do have to get Lord Zed back. I completely agree with you. Is there anything that you think that they can do in the second half of season 2 that would absolutely shock you? I mean, obviously, besides like killing a ranger or something.
So first, you got to break out Scrozzle, okay? First thing we got to do is get Scrozzle out that jam, okay? You feel me? Once we get him out, you get your Zords. Dude, honestly, call me crazy. Let's bring Rita back. Come on now. Let's bring a throwback. Like, let's bring a villain, since we know we're not going to get a major team up with the suits of like Beast Morphers or any of the old seasons. Let's play with what we can. Let's see if we can get either a Rita, a Machine Empire, a Rito. There's some guys that could come back that would just shock me. And then obviously I would love to see like a Dark Megazord, a Serpentera that's fueled on Morph-X. Like, there's a lot of cool things that would just blow my mind. And it wouldn't be that crazy, because now that I see Lord Zed, now that I know that's the road that we're taking, anything's for sale at this point.
Adam, craziest fan. What's the craziest idea that you can close out Power Rangers Dino Fury?
Yo, first, can I just jump on what Dan is saying real quick?
Absolutely.
Because you're hyping me up, Dan, about this return of Lord Zed. When you picture the idea of him teaming up with Scrozzle, I don't know why in my head I'm picturing like a Daredevil hallway scene. It's just like one shot of Lord Zed just going through Grid Battle Force to go ahead and rescue Scrozzle and get some weapons and bounce out of there. I would love to see something like that, honestly, man.
Yeah, it's like the Darth Vader scene from Rogue
One. Yes.
That'd be great. Fantastic.
I'm sorry, what was your question, Joe?
No, it's all good. If you had a fan theory, like, what's the craziest theory that you think would happen here in Dino Fury Part 2 of Season 2?
The craziest fan theory, I've one of the theories I've always had is Mick coming back to be the dark, the brown knight instead of Tarek maybe getting that bronze armor. They used it in Real Soldier very much as like a comedic one-off. I can easily see Mick maybe coming back, making a quick appearance to go ahead and actually be the Bronze Knight at the end of the season.
Cool. That's a great little fan theory. I like that a lot. Well, look, let me ask you guys this, because Dino Fury, I personally think it's been hitting on all notes a lot harder than like you had said, Dan, than the last 10 years. I would say that like this is one of the better seasons that we've gotten in a long time. I want to talk about Simon Bennett for a second, because it does seem like he has such a good grasp on Power Rangers, but not just Power Rangers, but it seems like he knows where he wants to go in the future. Is Simon Bennett that you want to see? Is he the person you want to see continue on with this franchise, whether it be through other Super Sentai adaptations, something completely original, or even helming this 30th anniversary special himself? Is he somebody that you want attached to the franchise going forward to the future? Jim, we'll start with you on that one.
Honestly, I'm kind of digging the whole idea of just like rebooting the whole universe and starting fresh. I think bringing new writers, new talents. I think
Jim, what do you think the tone with that? With rebooting it fresh, would you change the tone up and make it like, would you age up the audience as well?
100%. I think basically what I really loved about the 2017 movie was how modern it felt. I would definitely keep that tone that they did for the 2017 movie, and also make that maybe for older fans, but still keep like an animation show for like the younger kids, have multiple projects coexist, and that way you have something for one fan, something for other fans. That's something that other brands like Transformers does really well. You have your movies, for the older fans, you got your, animation movies and TV shows for kids. I think that will work the best, which obviously they do have planned. They have like, obviously their different projects they want to work on. But me personally, keep that 2017 tone. I think that was probably the best part about the 2017 movie. And I say, if you do that for the reboot universe, make it like a more serialized show, have your maybe 8 episodes, hour episodes, 8 episodes a season, you know what I'm saying? Connect that with the movie, have them coexist, you know, like Disney Plus and how the MCU is doing. I think you got something there. Honestly, I think Power Rangers has a lot of potential. We just got to tap it. So, yeah.
How about you, Dan? What do you think?
So realistically, going off of what Jin said, you would think if they are going to do a reboot with a Jonathan Entwistle, it's probably going to be filmed in this part, maybe, you know, America, maybe Canada. And where does that fit into our New Zealand directors and producers and stuff like that? Because like you said, Simon has done a great job with Power Rangers, especially with what he's been given, with the budget, with the Nickelodeon time slots and all of that stuff. He's been really putting this brand on his back for years. And I love his passion. I've talked about this in a video before. I just don't know how it will work if they move everything over here. Would Simon come and pick up his whole life and move over to America? I'm not saying that I don't want Simon because he's done a great job. It's just realistically, how exactly does this work for him? He has probably a family, kids, a wife. He's probably got a nice house in Australia, and he would probably come here to visit, probably come to some Power Morphicons or stuff like that. But is he going to pick up his whole life for a year or two just to film a movie and a project? Also, I would love to give this a shot. If it doesn't work, we can always go back to New Zealand. We know that the fans like it. It's just about innovating and trying something new, because Power Rangers is not a top 10 brand like it used to be. It's kind of right. It's teetering. It's not trash, but it's not number one. It's right in the middle. And to get that back up into the upper echelons of the food chain, we got to start making some new decisions and shaking it up, rolling the dice and trying some new things. So when it comes to our boy Simon Bennett, even though he's really kept this brand alive for a few years now, I would like to see them try something new. And if it doesn't work, we can always get Simon back on the phone.
Kind of goes back right to Jin's point. How about you, Adam? What would you like to see going forward?
I would really love the return of Simon Bennett, honestly. You know, while we're still up in the air in regards to what's happening with the reboot and the reimagining and stuff, along with, you know, Jonathan Entwistle attached to it, sort of thing, you know, Hasbro has always talked about the idea of not only were they going to create films, TV series, animated, but also kids programming. And I think if we are going to continue along with kids programming, I do think that Simon Bennett is the perfect man for the job. I mean, he's clearly showcased what he's certainly capable of with his directing style from Beast Morphers, seeing him do that here, even now more in the show running position when it comes to Dino Fury. I think for him to be able to rejuvenate the franchise the way that he has himself, along with the writers, I think they got a really great team behind them that understand the formula of what really works for Power Rangers. And one of the things that I love about Bennett too is he understands that there's always an opportunity to improve more. And one of the things I've always wanted to ask him is the idea, like, if you had the opportunity to come back for Power Rangers, what changes to the formula would you make? You know, is there anything outside the box that you would like to introduce to Power Rangers? And just based off of what I've seen from his work, I definitely do think he certainly has some ideas. I mean, Dino Fury showcasing them trying to do more original Zord footage this season as well. I mean, they really are taking chances. And so for me, whether or not Simon Bennett would be the creator of everything, reboot and reimagine, that I don't know, but I do think they should at least let him in the room, let him in on their plans, and have him create whatever he wants to for the kids programming and make it connect to the overall bigger picture. You know, Dan does make a good point. Does that mean you bring him over to the States? Who knows? Hasbro, give this man a house somewhere, wherever he wants to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's definitely done his part in regards to bringing the eyes back to Power Rangers. And I think when you have somebody that's capable of doing that, you got to hold on to them. You got to hold on to them.
I 100% agree with you. And I think that, like, you guys hit it right on the head, that I think Power Rangers now, look, we've been watching the show for a very long time. And I think now we're starting to finally get good comic books, right? So we're finally getting Power Rangers in another medium that's presented well. But now I want to see it also expand. I mean, you're completely right, Jen. The 2017 movie, at least story-wise, was pretty good. You know, if we were continue to move in that direction and tone, I think we would have seen some magic there. But, hopefully we can get back there. And I think the show, like for kids, this show currently is good. And I'd love to have an anime and an animation, a kids animation, an anime, have it all. Power Rangers for 2023. I mean, I really hope they go all out. I'm talking video games, more board games, more figures. We'd love to see it all. But look, I think this is going to do it for us about this Dino Fury chat. We pushed it as far as we can go. Jin, where can everybody find you on social media when they're not yelling at you? By the way, you do great work. They should stop yelling at you. You're putting out some good stuff, my friend.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Jinsakuu, 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 and yeah, that's where I'm at.
We got to do another one of these where we could talk about how the 2017 movie was actually good and prove the fans wrong. I feel like that's a hot debated topic.
Man. Let's do it.
Adam, where can everybody find you, my friend?
If you want to find me on social media, you can find me at Aplusopinions. And then we also have ourselves a YouTube channel. Unfortunately, I am shutting down A Plus More Phenomenal here in like a week or two. But if you do want to follow me for more Power Ranger talk along with Marvel and DC, hit me up on our YouTube channel, A Plus Hero Report.
Dan, the fan club. Where can everybody find you, buddy?
Yeah, go check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, The Fan Club. We're making daily content. We love to talk with the fans. Just come on by, share a view with us. It's a good time.
Yes, and hopefully we'll get you guys all back for another Ranger Nation discussion. There's a lot of hot topics I'm sure we can all talk about and push some Ranger Nation buttons. But that's going to do it for us here at the Ranger Wrap-Up, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and thank you in the chat. That's going to do it for us. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Stay up to date with everything trending in geek pop culture.